Will it be a revenge like we did way back? Was it 2008 when Man United went ahead to obviously trounce Arsenal by 8 goals to 2 at Old Trafford? And can Arsenal come out and be revenge? All else, replicate what they did to Man United. I think it was the season of 2002, 2003, where they came in through at Old Trafford and beat us by 6 goals to 1 because of the deficiencies we are having in our squad. I think that is 100% possible. Welcome to the Rook United Matters channel. Martinez Desperate to play at Arsenal, knocking on the door of Erik ten Hag and tell him, please, I want to feature against Arsenal. That's how badly he wants to come in through and really put his body to the fire to see to it that he plays for the club of Man United, because he believes that he wants to be playing in Europe next season and he feels like there is still a chance. 3 games to go, get maximum 9 points from them, takes us to 63, and remember, would have gone ahead to beat a team of Newcastle, and we need to really score very many goals such that we obviously find ourselves into that ilk of being into the UEFA Europa League race. Let's see close to 300 likes marking this video. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily, as Erik ten Hag addresses what the situation is like in the dressing room of Man United and a lot of things. He has gone ahead, obviously hailed the fans of Man United and given them a go, and obviously a lot to discuss about in here onto the United Matters channel. We thank God for the gift of life, the Muslims, Barakallahu Fikum, and may the living true God bless you abundantly, and Allah the same to the Muslims all over the world. Lisandro Martinez, a man that has gone here to play just 10 games for Man United, 9 in the Premier League and 1 in the Champions League, meaning that he has missed out on 95% of the games. He's supposed to be playing for the club of Man United, and it feels like he has to come and put his body on the line as far as these remaining 4 games of the season are really concerned. And Ten Hag on Lisandro Martinez said yesterday, Licha came to me and wanted to play on Sunday against Arsenal, but he's not ready. He needs a little bit more time to go through the process, but he's so desperate. He's desperate to play. The team has missed him. He wants to play, but he has had 3 injuries across the season. He is injury free now and has to get back into the team. So I like players like this. If I'm here to let you know about this guy known as Lisandro Martinez, it's really one of those moments that you should really listen to. This is a player that I've gone ahead to love his attitude. Amid him returning, and has been training for the previous 3 weeks, he's telling the manager, I want to obviously get into the starting 11 of Man United because we are not having defenders at Man United and I'm here readily available. Why don't you play me? If you played John Evans against Crystal Palace when he wasn't fit or he failed the fitness test, why not field me in also to play alongside him and see to it that Casemiro and Lisandro and Kobe Mainoo push into that midfield? And you understand his argument, but he'll ask him and tell him, did John Evans find himself in a position of being out for the number of times you've been out? Because Johnny Evans has gone here to play more games than Lisandro Martinez this season. When you look at John Evans, let's look at John Evans and see who he starts in his career for the club of Man United. John Evans, this season, he has played 20 Premier League games. Remember, Lisandro Martinez has gone here to play 9, meaning has gone here to play 19 more, and 2 in the Champions League, 1 in the FL Cup, and I think some in the FA Cup, meaning that he can really hit close to 25 games this season and has gone here to play almost times 3 games that Lisandro Martinez has gone here to play. So Erik ten Hag doesn't want to risk any player. That is it. He says he doesn't want to risk any player and he would love to see to it that this guy gets what we call a natural return, as he believes that the next games are really important after Arsenal. You might field out a very huge team, strong moreover, and then you find yourself losing. You get? If you lose, you know what happens. You get? If you lose, you know what happens. If you lose and you lose Lisandro Martinez again, you know what exactly happens. And I really back the manager on his decision. But you have to come out and really understand what is at stake. What is at stake is that we shouldn't lose at Old Trafford. And I've gone ahead to see Pep Guardiola being asked on whether he's going to be supporting Man United on Sunday. He said, no, I support Man City and it's on me to beat Fulham, meaning that it's on him to win against Fulham, Tottenham Hotspur and West Ham. That is what the guy has gone ahead to say, the manager of Man United, that is Erik ten Hag. So, in my own understanding, I really understand that everything is going on as to plan, but Lisandro Martinez has gone ahead obviously paint a very good picture for me that he's desperate to play and is calling in for the manager to start him. And it will depend on to how he'll be feeling, but I know he's going to make it to the match squad of Arsenal. My prediction is, all my expectation is, he might play the last 30 minutes of the game. That is it. And the manager wouldn't like to start him to see to it that he plays that game, because he knows to it that if he's having Lisandro Martinez fit for the game of Newcastle at Old Trafford, then we can obviously cause havoc and beat Newcastle. You get? And you never know, Rafael Varane might be back, in the game against Newcastle, all in there of one of those to obviously partner with this guy. So we wait and see what is really going to happen at the club of Man United, and we wait to see what results are going to come in through the training sessions of Man United on Sunday. Tomorrow, Saturday, to prepare for this game of football that is really important in here. Now, Erik ten Hag also came out and really told the journalists that they have seen you have 32 different backlines when you lose 8 centre backs. When we see we don't have a left back, they know that will have a negative impact. Obviously, that is written all over the wall, although some people fail to understand it. If Casemiro makes mistakes when you're playing against Crystal Palace, he makes them because he's not a centre back. he's just being used as a patch or a plaster on the wound, and then he's not played with Evans in the central defense ever. They've never played together, and now that's what Ten Hag is telling you, that people have come out and criticized me for what I'm doing at Man United, but remember, I've been at this club, and this season we've gone ahead to have 32 different backlines, and we've gone ahead to really have problems when it comes to the left back, and people expect different results. You understand? So that is Erik ten Hag for you. That is Erik ten Hag for you, and I tell you what, a lot is gonna be really taking us to there. So I think he's really right about that. And lastly, he had talked about the fans of Man United and what he thinks about them. He said they were our example on Monday after a 4-0 defeat to Crystal Palace. They backed us. They see how we struggle. They see the problems we have and have good understanding about the injuries we have. But they keep backing the team. I'm very happy with them. One of the things that Ten Hag is going to hate to have is that the vast majority of the fans of Man United have not gone ahead to obviously say no to what he does. They really believe that he's a very good manager and there is a very good manager in him, but the problem are injuries, because I think we now have 65 different set of injuries at the club of Man United, because Luke Shaw's gone ahead to get a setback, even Mason Mount has gone ahead to get injured. I think it's going to be one of the videos I'm going to be doing next year. So we are really in a sabotage that even if you don't understand football, it doesn't really require a lot from you to come up and really know that United is in really total shit. So guys, thank you very much for watching through. Tell me your thoughts about Martinez Desperate to play against Arsenal. Should Erik ten Hag allow him to play against Arsenal, as he's really pushing to get into the starting 11 for Man United? Because if he's ready to play, then he'll have to partner John Evans in that central defense. and you know how important he is. But you remember how rusty he looked when you're playing against Crystal Palace. You understand? Yet he had gone ahead to take a long time he had taken long time training. He went ahead to train with Argentina, but when he came off to play the last, I think, 20 minutes, he really looked rusty as a player in Lisandro Martinez. Rokan David remains my name. Second video of the day. More is yet to come. I'm out.